Spoilers abound. House of Cards has fallen because Stranger Things is the new hot Netflix show that everybody's talking about.
You mean you haven't seen it?
I'll get to it. I'm busy.
And no wonder. This show about a paranormal world that exists on the other side of our own is made up of a bunch of things we love and rolls them all up into a little ball like a lobster stuffed with bacon or a donut sandwich with pizza for the bread. So let's check out the 8 top influences of Stranger Things. Under the Skin. Beyond homage and not out of the 80s, Stranger Things straight up lifts Under the Skin's filmic technique of a black room to simulate an abstract concept. In Under the Skin, it's used to show the victims being slowly consumed by a black tar-like substance that insinuates what happens when Scarlett Johansson takes one of her victims home. Stranger Things uses it to simulate the space Elle moves through when she exists in the deprivation tank. Either way, it's soups creepy. Poltergeist! Stranger Things borrows that idea of a kid being grabbed by something otherworldly and then disappearing into another world. It also shares that child trying to communicate through the dimensions. The little girl attempting to communicate through the lights and the electronics in the house is very similar to Joyce, absolutely sure that Will is trying to communicate with her. Sure, there's no creepy letter wall in Poltergeist, but Stranger Things has gotta give us some original spread on top of that 80s burger. Nightmare on Elm Street. The same wall stretch effect from Nightmare on Elm Street appears in Will's bedroom in episode 2, and that episode is called The Weirdo on Maple Street, so there's some pretty clear similarities there. But deeper than that, when Elle accesses the Upside Down, she requires someone on the outside to pull her out if things get dangerous. This is a direct mechanic from Nightmare on Elm Street, with the Upside Down substituting for dreams.
He isn't real. He isn't real.
Carrie. If we're talking telekinesis, it would be foolish to overlook Stephen King's work with girls and their mind powers, like Carrie. While Elle is younger than Carrie, they share a dominating parent who seeks to control them and keep them separate from other children so they can impart their viewpoint on them. Also, when pushed to the brink, they're both capable of shocking violence. The Goonies. Sure, you could point at Stand By Me as a prototype of the 4 friends who set out to rescue their lost friend, but undertaking a mission under the noses of adults is definitely more Goonies territory, which is not to dismiss this shot, but only to point out that their semi-joyful bonding experience, even in the face of danger, as they attempt to rescue their friend, leans way more towards Goonies. Also, fake Barb alert! Fake Barb alert!
What?
Firestarter. Firestarter is actually more influential than Carrie. It goes beyond the surface, deep into the DNA of Elle's story, which is much more similar to Charlie's from Firestarter than Sissy Spacek and Carrie. Their ages are closer together, and then there's that whole huge beat of an enigmatic agency chasing after her to get her back because of the secret powers she possesses. Stranger Things even borrows the nosebleeds from Firestarter. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Well, like straight up duh, right? There's just something about kids on bikes that immediately screams E.T. or the Goonies. Like other movies had never thought about putting a pack of kids on bikes before. But it goes beyond the obvious, with Elle as a stand-in. She's hidden in the basement, redressed as a girl, complete with wig. She wanders the house when no one's home, exploring things from this strange world. Even kids running from frightening government agents is done in E.T. Elle using telekinesis from the back of Mike's bicycle. I mean, Jesus, this would be E.T. if they flew in front of the moon and Eleven looked like a wrinkly brown turd. In spite of all those influences, Stranger Things manages to stay surprisingly fresh and enjoyable. That's all for us this week. Click like, click subscribe for more awesome content, and check out this video of fast traveling Fallout style in real life. I think you'll dig it.